All right, we got Stanley, the Stanley Parable. Hey, Mel.
Because it's our favorite
How has your weekend been so far? Okay. Let me turn this off, actually. No distractions. No distractions. Okay. Let's get to Stanley Parable. Yeah, we're finally getting to it. I mean, it hasn't been that long. Let's see what it's all about. That's this game, right? I don't think I have a tab open. Okay, no, that is the game. That's people talking in the game. Interesting. You're Stanley? Hello, Stanley. Yeah, let's get to it. Whoops, I have to do something. There we go. Now let's get to it. It has been a while, my friend. It's been a while. Hope you're doing good. It's been good. Went to the farmer's market yesterday and made... Oh, you... Made some shepherd's pie today? That's good. I guess I have to do keyboard, mouse. Extras. Achievement. This is an achievement. Damn right I want achievements. You're on sometimes? Nice. I mean, it's awesome seeing people that, because you were around when I, first started streaming. It's good to see you again. Begin the game, let's do it! I'm excited, this should be fun. I've been doing good. I've been doing really good. I hope everything's good for you too.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Okay.
Employee number 427's job
Sounds like
was
Amazon
simple.
or something.
He sat at his desk in room 427,
Just a number.
and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
So happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Let me step out of my... Oh, Stanley moves fast.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Meeting room. Where's meeting room? Yeah, so far it looks pretty cute. Open door. I hate Mondays. That looks like a meeting room. Maybe not.
When Stanley came to a set
There's
of
the
two
meeting
open
room.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Or my left. What if I went right?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah. I just want to admire the employee lounge. I'm sure Stanley's never seen it before. This is a good lounge.
Truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Drinks here. Ooh, that grape soda. I love grape soda. It's like some Pepsi. I don't know what the yellow one could be.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Jump, how are you? Hope today is going better for you. Open the blinds.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
You left because I was creepy? That sucks.
But at last,
what's going on,
he had
Mix?
enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
First open door on my left, eh? I mean, I have to go in every direction it tells me not to go, right? Like, are we in an agreement right there? Do we all agree with that?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, poor Stanley. Poor Stanley. Okay, little warehouse area. Probably where they keep all the paper.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
This is Dunder Mifflin.
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
This can't be
stop
safe,
trying
though.
to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Like, this can't be safe at all. No railings on this elevator. Gotta be like
This
a
is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem
safety
yourself,
regulation.
to put your work aside,
OSHA would not
to let
approve.
her back into your life. She's been waiting.
What's going on, B12? So far, we are Stanley. All the workers have disappeared. We're worker number 427. That's what we're called. And right now, we're just trying to see if we can find any workers, any of our colleagues. And yeah, narrator is telling me to go into doors, and I'm going into the opposite doors. That's what you have to do.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
You know, I'll pick it up.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. Alright now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Oh,
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
okay, I am unlovable apparently.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Oh. We can't,
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh, so I'm dead. Press H on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Press 8.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Okay, what if I press the wrong button? Let's press Q. Doesn't let me.
But in his mind,
Okay.
In his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press Z. Ooh, I'm gonna watch TV. What do we got
So he
on?
began to fantasize about his own job.
But
First,
foul.
he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Productive day for you, Jump. Nice. Glad to hear it.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Nice. Can go into
As
either
he wandered
door.
through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I know, they said the thing. Isn't that great?
But there is no answer. How could
Love
there possibly
you.
be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which
Pencil
life
sharpener?
is the real one.
Press V to go to sleep. Let me look real quick. I haven't used a pencil sharpener in a very long time.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I won't. How long do I wait? Do I just go ahead and push it? I think I think I pressed the button. Awful? Your Packers won, didn't they? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I should push the button.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press 8 to question nothing.
I suppose I can't.
Never
Not
question.
in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Oh my
And Stanley
god!
pushed a button. And I
Jesus
tried
Christ.
again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so maybe I do go to the meeting room this time? Maybe I follow all the orders this time. Waiting input. Let me press an input. Oh! Okay. I did something. The Great Leaf.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Yeah, lots of goals, I guess. Wait. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Number of slides on this slides. Slides, charts and slides, and charts. And graphs per slide. Please no more charts, please. Begging. Solving interpersonal conflict. Care. Stopping a bitch. That's how you solve it. What are your dreams for the future? Success. Plant life. Pollution. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Don't get fired. There you go. Tip for not getting fired is just don't get fired. A good tip. That's a Mellum's tip. Oh. I can go in the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Fun fact, I was actually staying in a broom closet when I was when I was
There
being
was nothing
born.
here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
All the rooms were taken, so we had to go into a broom closet.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. Coming to a staircase,
Dude, this
Stanley
narrator
walked
hates me.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Wow, go upstairs. What? When my mom was pregnant with me and she was giving birth, we had to be in a broom closet because all the rooms were taken. Hey, Betty, how are you? You're asking her about it? Executive bathroom? Let me go in there. I always wanted to know what they look like. A weird definition of fun. Sometimes.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845. Watch you play the piano. That's a hidden door, right?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
Shut up.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Nailed it. Am I listening to the narrator? Well, the first time I did the opposite. Well, when I first started, I was doing the opposite of what the narrator said. But then it brought me back into the same area. So this time I'm doing what he says, like a good boy. Some insulation, okay. Maybe they just got done. Oh no, they didn't even finish insulating this area. They're gonna get cold in the winter. Look at that, they're not even close to finished. Unbelievable. Let's go down. Cool. This is giving you anxiety just following orders, B12? Following orders is giving you anxiety?
It was a stirring of emotion in
I mean,
his chest,
you know, that checks
as though
out,
he felt
actually.
more free to think for
Got her.
himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this?
Yeah, the narrator did
when
call
for
me out.
years It had never occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control. Escape. Oh, it's a trap, isn't it? Or they want you to think it's a trap. So that you do go in the mind control facility. But it is actually an escape. Or they want you to think that you think that it's a...
Although
Never
this
mind.
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Uh-oh. That's not good. No, I'm not going to meet my violent death.
The door
I don't
behind
believe.
him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity
Nope.
to turn around and get back on track.
Nope.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and
Yep.
willingly confront his death.
I believe. Narrator's just trying to kill me. Oh. Maybe not. Up. Nope. Nope, he was right. Up. Oh. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he
Uh-oh.
reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. I got out.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh. Filing cabinets. So glad it's labeled. Office computers. Turn that off. Boy, database. This guy winning or losing? Looks like he's having trouble. Let's turn that one off too. Alright, wait. There we go. They're all off now. They're just rebooting themselves. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game. When buttons are pressed, each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke. That one doesn't even make a sound. Oh yeah, there's the credits. Hey look, we beat the game. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. Hey, what's going on, ASDF guy? How are you? Yeah, we saw the credits. Warzone. Oof, that is a tipped over bicycle. Brutal. Fighting aliens. A wage war against the narrator, damn. Yeah, that could have been cool. to lose is to win. Better than the first one? How do you stay in shape? I don't know. See, I even thought about not picking up the phone there. Number one option. Obey, disobey. Yeah, because we went, our first thing was we disobeyed and went into the lounge. Depending on how you entered. What about this? Oh, there's a vent. There's a vent in the lounge. Ah. Interesting. $2012? Damn. Hmm. Yeah, right, B12. You've played it dozens of times. I've seen that you had played it on Steam. It ratted you out. You were born in 13? Like 1913. Shit. So stupid. Just kidding. Both go up or down, okay. Freedom! I won't let you down. I will not give you up. Gotta have some faith in your sound. That's me. That's my office. Oh, the nostalgia. Already done all that.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
But I had to see. Just to make sure I had to. Is there anything after this? I'm assuming I have to quit. Yeah, I'm assuming I have to quit out, because she did tell me to. Okay, what if I want to try one other thing though, at least.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
If you go this way, I don't think there's any other doors you can go into. I've tried all the doors. Have I played The Witness? I have not played The Witness. That's like the one with just a bunch of puzzles, right?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. So I
This
want
was not the
to...
direct way to the meeting room, and
Shut up.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I do want to admire it. This narrator knows me too well.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
So it said that there was a vent in here somewhere. I'm assuming
yes,
I can't get to it.
Really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though
You
all
can't
your
do it.
co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
What's going on, Roasted Beans? Keep forgetting this game exists. It looks really good. Yeah, it does look good.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Yet to get on with my life. Is that the message? I saw the map and it said that there's a vent in this lounge. I don't see it that I can enter. I didn't really have anything else planned, Millims. Maybe I'll play some Friday the 13th. Yeah, it reminds you of... Yeah, it sounds like the same narrator.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Probably is. Last time I kept going straight. And I did this. Maybe this time I do go this way.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, straight ahead to the opposite door, you say? Or press the big red button that says down. That's also an option.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Left, eh? You lying son of a gun. You know why you try? Why do you try what? Oh, is that what the narrator said?
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
I wasn't paying attention to him.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly...
No.
Would you hold on for a minute, please?
I meant what Cody said. Is that what the narrator said?
Now, let's see.
This is new, though.
Right, left, down, left,
I haven't seen this before.
Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
There's a truck. What's going on, Deepak? Have we got the greatest ending yet? That I'm not sure. I got one ending, I think.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Never.
Okay. We just have to
Fired.
Get to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Where's my number?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Platformers out because you need a moderator in that chat. People will spoil this game. It's like Undertale. people just can't help themselves but spoil things. Oh, it's all good. I'm not really listening. Or I'm not really paying attention. Ooh, I turned the computer off. You quit your job, Aniv? Nice. Turn off all the computers. They don't need to be working anymore. Time to have a break. Yeah, that's all good, B12. I hate Mondays. Went on a long walk. Very nice. How was that?
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley,
Something did change.
Did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Turn the computers
Right
off.
here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then. It's an adventure. Come,
Oh,
Stanley.
an adventure?
Let's find
Oh,
the story.
just go ham, huh? What I'm talking about. It's pick a door. I want to go to the door that's over these chairs. Why can't Stanley step? So hard about stepping over chairs.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can
You're the
promise
worst
you
adventure.
There definitely was a story here before.
Stupid
Do we just-
narrator.
Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh. No! You idiot. I was just getting somewhere good.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Do 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 do. Bam 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 bam. Do do do. I don't think there's anything here. Yeah, I'll let you know. Bam, 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 bam. I want to go in this room. I don't know why, but...
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Sure. What if I go back in here? Nothing. What if I close the door? Can't. Okay. Just wanted to see. Wanted to see.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Here comes the story.
No, wait. Never mind.
Never
Not the
mind.
Story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Welcome to the family, son.
Oh yeah, now we're getting places.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all.
It's like an
Is
attic.
this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Nailed it. I win.
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Nailed it.
Oh,
Easiest game ever.
No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Hey,
We
shut up,
both know
narrator.
You didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some
I did.
people win fair and square, and
I
this
did.
was not one of those situations.
Well,
Okay?
you can't just take my
I'm
win
getting
away.
weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
You dick. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Apparently he just took my win away. I don't know how that's possible.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
It's like I'm in elementary school again. Just to make sure nothing changes, you know. You never know. Oh, making me go in here. That's a different. What if I don't go? Ah, I want to follow the line. I'll turn his solitaire game off. Dang it.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
There you go, B12 music. Does that make you... Is this better for you? Question mark. Some lights. Must follow it though. Wait. Wait. What? Where the hell am I? Well, how the hell does that make sense?
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
Look at the fern?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
It is green. And it has leaves on it. Okay, cool. It's a good looking fern. Well, that line didn't make any sense in there though.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No,
Kidding me.
no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Which way do I go? Do I go across here? I don't think I've ever been here before. Or do I go back that way? I don't know which way to go. I'm afraid if I go in here, the door's going to close behind me. Okay. We can go that way. Guess we'll go this way. Oh, there's my office. Yeah, I can't go in there. Fast, fast, fast. I think I'm gonna go this way. Been here before, though. This is where he just restarted the game on me, right? I don't know if I want to do that again. Or maybe you do. Maybe you do want to do that again. Trying to trick me. That's our only option, though, right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Maybe it'll restart even differently this time.
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything
Yeah, that
we've
guy's
been
still
through,
fired.
You... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay. Do the adventure line again. Perfect.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
About this direction. I didn't appreciate the door shutting in my face.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
This is a
Wild. Use your imagination.
Stupid.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
God dang it. You ready for it?
Oh, no, not you
Hey, what's going on,
again.
Topaz?
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Don't acknowledge the line. Is that good advice, Cody? Just don't acknowledge it. I mean, I have to acknowledge it now. Refuse to answer. Definitely observe it. Stupid line. Okay, well, I can't do anything about that.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so
Are you
I know
serious?
that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go...
Does anybody
there
actually
must
ever
be a
walk in
reverse
circles?
door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Oh, I have to go there. The confusion ending. Uh-oh.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
Find the line
Is it
again.
really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story.
I'll eat some candy.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
So, the narrator doesn't even remember all that talk? So according to that thing, I believe this restart, I shouldn't be able to go anywhere. It should just restart.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, what do I do? I don't know what to do, though. I want the adventure line back. Haven't heard of this game in forever. Are you playing the deluxe or the original? I don't think I'm playing the deluxe. The one I got just said the Stanley Parable, so.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
There's a broom closet.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Let me just chill here. It's taking me back to when I was being born. What a great night. Contemplate life. What time was I born? I'm not sure exactly. Sometime like in the morning hours. I enter and exit. Yeah, I mean, I went in the broom closet before, but I don't know what anything happened with it, though. Closing the door outside it. Yeah, I didn't stay in there very long the first time. I don't know. Gotcha.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What if I go down, though? Last time I followed the rules. What if I go down? You're not the boss's office. Oh, there's a car.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Maybe.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
That's also true.
For that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Well,
No,
not this
Stanley
one.
said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
I didn't have a wife.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I'm Stanley. Oh, we didn't go back to the office.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like it. She rose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
He
But on
did.
this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had
That's
stumbled
Stanley.
through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Didn't even call anybody? Oh, we're back. Interesting.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were.
New
Just a matter
dialogue.
of time.
Some new dialogue, I think. What's going on, Dom? How are you doing?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Hey, shut up, narrator.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Do I go left again? I feel like I've done everything on the right. Based on like how long a game takes to complete, typically. I think there's a site called How Long to Beat. So you can just like type in whatever game you want to find information on. And it gives you like the average. I wonder if the closet will work now. I can try that. I'm very confused about the confusion ending. I don't know. 'Cause, I mean, I don't think we got it, right? Or did we get the confusion ending? But then it took us back. Don't know. I don't know, Cody. I don't know. I was expecting to just be like the game restarting right away afterwards, and then this, because this would be like the 6th restart. And the 6th one said that there was going to be another line that you would follow for a little while.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, what the fuck is this? I like it, Melms. I'm liking it. It's fun to see like the different situations. I don't think it works either. No, it definitely doesn't. Played a game the other day you thought I might like. Ooh, what's that, Dom? Huh. Yeah, he definitely doesn't want me going back in the broom closet. He was not happy about that.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. So... going down just leads to that car. And then but what if I go down this time and it doesn't do the same thing? What if it's like a different thing this time? I don't know. It's open still. I don't know if I want to go there or not, though. Surely it won't just like replay the same situation, right? It'd be something different, right?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss.
Shit.
Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Damn
All
it.
of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Yeah, I got it when I started walking.
This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled.
Okay, I was
"This
hoping
is
it would
all
do
a
something
dream."
different though this time.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my
Yeah, I remember what
boring
he
real-life
said,
job
though.
pushing
So when I
buttons.
did actually
I
start
may as well
walking,
enjoy this while I'm
it
still
clicked what
lucid.
he was talking about.
So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Wee.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. While he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
I got stuck on a filing cabinet.
He knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake
Night.
up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this.
Human
dream.
Fall Flat. Oh, I watched my brother and
Let me go back to my
sister-in-law
job.
play that game.
Let me continue pushing the buttons.
It looked
Please.
awesome. Looked
It's all
hilarious.
I want my
I
apartment.
don't think I ever played it,
and my
but
wife.
I've
and my
definitely seen
job.
it before.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Black again.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay, so
Mariella woke up on
what
a
do I
day like
do
any
next
other.
time?
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled
Do I
through
want to go
town
left and go
talking and
into
screaming
the
to
boss's
himself,
room this time,
then collapsed
or
dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
you guys are stupid. Go down the stairs? Oh, you mean the thing I just did twice? Just do it again. Maybe it's different this time. Maybe it is.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Can you imagine? I don't even think I want to put myself through that again.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did I try ignoring every single command? I know I started ignoring every single thing. I don't know if I kept doing it though. Like the first time I loaded this up, I went to the right instead of the left. And then I ignored it again. But that felt like a quick... And then it brought me to like my apartment room. Or something. You know the lift section? Yeah, the lift section. Yeah. Maybe I want to go... I couldn't tell you where that lift section is. I want to try ignoring him again. Yeah, so should I just ignore him then and just do everything he says not to do? Whatever happened to that fern, by the way? He said the fern was, like, super important. I haven't seen the damn thing yet. I think I'm gonna go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Here's the employee
The lounge was
lounge.
sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
I've looked in here before and I couldn't find anything here.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
And I definitely didn't go that way before. I went straight. Yeah, I went, or maybe I did do that the second time though. I don't remember. But I know I've gone straight before.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah, I've been here. Gone on this lift before. Look down before I get on the lift. You want me to just walk off? You fucking nuts? I guess that's the only... Look less down? There is no jump button. Yeah, I see that. So do I... Oh. Oh, I bet I can walk off the lift when it's over the catwalk, maybe? Maybe that's what I want to do? Can try that. See how good my, Nothing else, right? Can't go there. Melons and V12 just want me to walk off the ledge. Oh, I almost did too. Let's try walking off of it. It's over the catwalk.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Want me to give you a chance, eh? Here's your chance. You be one. Or not to be one. Okay. Ah.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
But I want to go in the blue door. I was already thinking of going in the blue door. Blue is infinitely better than red. Yeah, I agree, Melons.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Excuse me? I did not misunderstand. That's what I thought.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope, it's behind me. You're not tricking me. I want the blue door.
Fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Don't let me stop you, eh? Oh, I thought maybe you could go back.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Oh, it's tempting. It's tempting, man. What do I do? It's a new and an adventurous door. You think I gotta take it? Yeah, I feel like I do too. such a trap, though.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I think so. I give that a 5. I like more choices.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Where am I at? Last place. Sad. Why not take some friends to help? Only the worst 3% of the players chose the blue door. That's me. Let me read the rest of it. Oh, I wasn't done reading. I know, a dead rat. Intro are more attractive than Stanley? Well, that's uncalled for. It's a lot of people that are more attractive. I think that was it. Do we go back in this door now? I know. Kind of a rough way to find out. Well, now red door isn't even an option. Or is that? No, that was at the catwalk, wasn't it? So now we could go back to the catwalk and try the red door. Maybe that's what we do. We can try that. Up.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
You know, it wasn't the most motivating experience. Not gonna lie. I'll give it a middle of the road answer.
I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Oh, cool.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at
Playtesting.
it, would you?
No, I love
Perfect. Let me
playtesting.
boot it up.
I'll do some playtesting here.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So
4 hours?
4 hours of play to make sure it's effective. Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Let him get close. I don't know if I'll be able to deal with the sound. I think the baby's gonna die. I think the baby has to die. Oh, not yet.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
See what you got. Oh my God, you're kidding me.
Is this any better?
Christ.
At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
I've never played Minecraft before.
Go here, no, here, and then. Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside.
Dude, I'm not even creative and I could make a better house than that. Stuck. Got stuck.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Yeah, I've never played Minecraft before. Alright. We're mining for diamond, I guess. Does that make sense?
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
I didn't. Here, you'll give me one, though. Gonna leave on that note, B12? Who knows how long this could last.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game. Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Yeah, I don't think I can pee. Yeah, you weren't expecting a crossover? I wasn't either. Especially after that baby game.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley.
Great.
Your forte. genius.
Nailed it.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision.
Hey. Look at that. We didn't even die. Beta. Okay. It's very dark. What? God. Yeah, me either. There's my office, though. That's fun. Oh, it's upgraded. Like we're in a spaceship. Can I not do anything here? What the hell was the point of that? Up.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes.
Really, I am more confused than I've ever been in my life.
Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Shit. Okay. Oh. Phone's ringing this time. I think that's new.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti.
My wife.
Get a thing of sugar,
I love
some
her.
bread, and coffee beans options, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Bye. Okay. Why? Wait. Why are you calling 434? I'm 427. Why wasn't that on my answering machine? This guy's name's Stanley too? Or she accidentally called the wrong number? Very suspicious now, Betty. Very suspicious. Oh, what's going on, Ratio? How are you doing? Okay. I don't think there's anything we can do here. Your entire body hurts? What were you up to today? Can't answer, can't listen to the thing again. Okay, the narrator is dead quiet, and it's kind of peaceful.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Do I go do the catwalk again and go into the red door this time? Or do I go see if the broom closet is working this time? Which one should I do? Kind of a tough situation there. I am curious about the red door. I'm also curious about this broom that you, about that closet. Apple cider donuts, nice. Ooh, that's a full day for you then. That is a full day. Sounds like a good day though. I'm curious about this red door.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's do this.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust
There's an open
in
door
someone
right
else
there.
can be difficult.
Could I just
The
fall
fact
down and
is that
go
the story
escape?
has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Or we could go blue, blue, and then red. Now let's go red.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Shit. I'm gonna go in this door. Uh-oh.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
I'm happy for you, narrator.
No, wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we?
Game's weird as shit, so you love it? Yeah. No, it's been awesome, actually. It's been a lot of fun. So many different things you can do. I'm probably not even scratched the surface yet. What happens if I just fall? You just fall off the edge? Ah, nope. It won't let you. Okay.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Seems a little scared. I kind of like it. Or he's tricking me. He's pretending to be scared.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Taking it all back. You made me do this. Let's crouch and go.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Do I go back in the other room or do I jump off the ledge again?
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
I think so too,
You're willing
Melons.
to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yep, you're exactly reading it right. Let's drop down backwards this time. Free falling.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
You could just open this door for me. No, there's no jump. All you can do is crouch.
Is it over?
Up.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
And there it is. 4 times.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Was that new dialogue? I think it was. But it may not have been. Yeah, I did hurt the narrator. I feel a little bad, but not quite. Not quite enough to not want to do it again. The windows? But these windows? Oh, yeah.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Can't do anything with them. Hey, my thing is locked now. Can I try? Can I try harder? I mean, I'm clicking as hard as I can. No, that closed for a reason. I don't trust it. There. Let's see. Oh, can I? Oh, you know, can I pick up a chair?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
Shut up, narrator.
But it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I feel like I can. A chair, maybe. Is this gonna close on me, though? I don't know, I can't interact with the chair. Yeah, I've tried to get on these, but... Four, 3, 4? What? Uh-oh.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Am I... Are we sick of this yet? No.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Just sit in the spot forever. So do you want us to click yes? Or is that the game? Did we win? Do I feel like I've won? I don't. No, I don't. But it kind of feels like that's game. That was a long playthrough, though. Could climb back up. You wonder what the other dialogue is? Have you never said yes? You wonder what the other dialogue is? You don't think you did? Damn it. Just so we're clear, that is it though. I have to exit, right? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. They don't start. Do they start open? They don't start open, do they? You have to do like a bunch of stuff to get them open. Never even paid attention. You can. Let's try that then. Whoops.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
What?
What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy Forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
What the hell just happened? Didn't I say to do a new game? It felt like a continuation. Have I thought of my new handle yet? No, I haven't. I haven't thought about it for a while. Wait, what?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Son of a
doors,
bitch.
he entered the door on his left.
Let me try this broom closet. I can't do it on this one though.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find
nope.
an answer there.
Nope. Yeah, I know what down the
Coming
stairs
to a
is.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You really want that to be part of the I'm not going down. Really want to sit through that roundabout again? Oh. I never went in here, did I? Oh, shoot. Stay in here? You begged me? Okay, I'll stay in here for you, Cody. Is it just because of the music? You like elevator music? Oh, this is a long elevator. Taking me down to hell. Kinda feels that way. We've been going down a long time. Do I hear him? Yeah, I hear him. I don't know if he's saying anything important. That's all you wanted. Oh. Well, that how it's supposed to work? We just stayed in place the entire time. That didn't feel right. We can go in the bathroom this time? Oh my god. boss has suffered losses, and that's what the boss chose. You can't flush the toilet, which is stupid. Isn't that great of an executive bathroom? I was expecting a little more. Whoa, 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 whoa. You have to find all the computers and do input received. God damn it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Okay. Done this already.
Stanley just settled, yet incredibly, by simply pushing
Too
random
late.
buttons on the keypad, Stanley
Too
happened
late.
to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
845. I play the piano. Of being so alone, you can't survive. People need each other. Yeah, I'm even like I'm like a huge time loner, but I'm sure eventually I would start to needing something. Nice CDX there. Okay. Can't press that button again. Oh. Thought maybe there was like a hidden number or something somewhere.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. So last time I went to the escape. This time I think we're actually going to go into the mind control facility. See what happens.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, I had strength. God. I want to do all those computers
Now,
as
jumped
well.
to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to
Where's my
believe
number?
It couldn't be true.
There it is, 427.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Don't trust this elevator.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I don't want to press all the buttons. Which facility power? Yeah, I want to do all the green ones. Hey, what's going on, Lindsay? We're Stanley. Huge plot twist. Got a green button there. No idea what's going on. I also don't know what's going on. And I've been playing it for 2.5 hours. Any of these things even getting lit up? No. Of course not. There isn't anything you can do. I feel like there would be, though. Go upstairs. It's up here. Okay, a number 4. Zero, 1, 4, 2. That's a 5. See the other numbers. There was one other number I saw. Oh, I seen the 1 and the 2 and the 4. I don't see the 0 though. That's a fun circle. There's a 3. I don't know if that really does anything though. I probably need to turn the power on first, right? While I turn this power on. That doesn't look good. Zero, 5, 2, 1. There's numbers everywhere. I don't see the 0 though. I'm gonna take just a real quick run around here. $24-hour postponed till next weekend. I I don't know when the next one will be. This is it. I went into last night not knowing how long I would be on. I think we ended up ending around 4 a.m. or so. Yeah, I don't see the number. I don't see the 0 at all. So...
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
That's not good.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened.
I am gonna die. No, you're right.
I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Thank you.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yep.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless, to see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. but I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
I know, right?
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
So, I'm starting to think there isn't a 0.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Sure, Cody, yeah. Wouldn't mind knowing. I'm gonna go into this window. I just want to see what this thing does. I don't know, Betty.
First,
I'm still confused on the fern.
This narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty
I'm still so
commentary into
confused.
the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yeah, I feel like he just said something about a fern just to make you think about it. Just to drive yourself crazy.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley.
Oh my god.
Who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along,
You're here for this, huh?
will become quite unbearable.
I mean, there's only so much they could put in this game, right?
You too
You can't just
will
keep
become
going.
quite unbearable.
Unless he just does repeats. Yeah, I'm glad you redeemed this too, Melons. This has been cool. Maybe it's just music now? I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Oh, yeah, I was muted. Didn't realize something happened there. Yeah, she wouldn't have liked that at all.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, so we need one more computer. Where would it be? Crap, where's... I don't know where else some of them would be, though. I really want to get that. Wait. Is this always here? It is. I guess so. Looks different. Did I miss something back there? The raises aren't matching inflation? Probably. I don't think I missed a computer. I don't want to go all the way back.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, where do you think I should go? I don't know where to go. Yeah, I was thinking right as well. We just did the left. We did all of the left, I feel like. Go to the door at the bottom of the warehouse? Oh, you mean the one that was open? I wonder if I could just, like, jump all the way down.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Where the catwalk was? Don't know if I can, though.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
There's that. The only issue with going this way is if I do it, I don't know if I can go back. Then I'd just be doing the same thing. I don't know if the computer is that way or not. We'll see if we can jump down.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Hopefully we can. Yeah, just fall right here.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh, can't go down there. Yo! Hey, we got it! Oh, what's this? Oh! Blue. Blue. Anybody have a preference of color to press? Do this blue. All the light blues. What the hell is this room? What's happening?
Just when
Them
I
look
think
like they're
you
glowing.
couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself!
Carrot, carrot.
John, thank you for the 31 months, man. That is a very long time. I appreciate it. The chant buttons. Kinda sounds like it. Like these look kind of look like they're glowing, but I think maybe those are just green. Press all of them. I don't know if this is doing anything. That's a long way to go. Oh, they're just lighting back up. Son of a... Okay, so I think that's all there is here. Is there anything to do there, Cody? Or do you just listen to buttons? That's it? Perfect. Stupid. Dumbest ending ever. I mean, I don't know what else to do. Is there anything else for us to do? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot to do. I'm sure there's still a lot we could do. I don't want to do that again. I do not want to do that again.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Huh. Yeah, I think that may be it, y'all. We did a lot of stuff, I feel like.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
I followed every direction. I thought I did. Yeah, I thought I followed every direction. Is this Ultra Deluxe? No, this is just the original one. Yeah, this is just the original. You can try following all the directions. Isn't that what the... Wait, isn't that what the... Going into the boss's room, pressing the 2845. Isn't that what that was? Is following all the directions? Or did we not follow some of them there? Yeah, we found the line. We did that. As Cody tells us, there's a good, cool wrap-up ending. Yeah, I feel like we got a lot of the good stuff. I didn't go in the 420 door. I don't think I could. A lot of the doors that are closed, you can't open. The game one is the one you really like? Yeah, the game one was really cool. I'll try to just do, like, everything he suggests.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he'd coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere.
Not a living soul.
Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Oh my god, you're joking. Have I gotten the 430 achievement? I'm not sure. I haven't really been seeing any achievements pop up.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. Turning off the machine is good. Turning off the machine. Don't know that.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, hit off instead of on. Yeah. We'll do that.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Yeah, when I pressed on, I was
What horrible
doomed.
secret did this place hold?
Yeah, I'll definitely read the achievements.
Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives
head
of
out
so
here
many
anyways.
individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Just wanted a good one to wrap up
All of
on.
them eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh, I got stuck.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Let's say
unthinkable.
pirate.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
One of the workers turned
Had
into
he
a pirate.
truly spent his entire life utterly
fun.
blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
I did it.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet,
It's not going to be that
even
easy,
as
is
the
it?
immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Yep.
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Oh, there you go. That is a good ending. Stanley's happy. Oh, there it is. Beat the game. Complete the Stanley Parable. I think that was the first achievement I got. Yeah, I think that is. I think that's a good ending. I have 3 of 10 achievements. Quit the game and then start again. You can't jump. No, seriously, we disabled it. Don't play Stanley Parable for 5 years? Really? That's an achievement? Complete Stanley Parable in under 4 minutes. I feel like that would be an easy one, wouldn't it? It's impossible to get this achievement. Play Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. Are you serious? Just leave it on for on a Tuesday? What is 888888? Click on door 435 times. You know what? We're going to do that real quick. Ah, whoops. I didn't mean to do that.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Can you change the PC clock? I bet you can.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay, 20 times. I don't think you know what I would do for achievements.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes,
Oh my
almost
God.
certainly 50 clicks.
It's better be worth it. Yeah, you probably have to turn it back on after 5 years.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
What if I keep clicking this one? Four 117.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437. Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now,
I do
door
too.
415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415, eh? Yeah, but you better give it to me after that one. Feel like I've earned it after that.
Now, back to door number 437.
That wasn't even 10 clicks. I feel like we've come so far now.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Coffee machine?
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
I hate this narrator so much.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
419's desk? Is that... Where's employee 419? I'm on the desk.
This is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Damn it. Hey, what's going on, Hyper? How are you doing? The things I do for achievements, man.
We've almost got it.
He's getting excited, though.
Machine, do that one again.
He's getting excited. I feel good. He likes all this clicking I'm doing. Is there only one copy machine?
Finish it off, Stanley.
Finish.
5 clicks on door 430.
Yo, 5 more clicks. Let's do it.
Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
We got it.
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Yep, we got it. I don't know why it didn't appear on OBS, but it appeared on my screen. Yep, we got it. What other stupid achievements could we do? You can't jump. I don't know what that means. Impossible to get this achievement. I don't know what that means. And then whatever 888888888 is. So I don't know what any of those are, so I guess that's probably good. We got the achievement. What more could we ask for? I mean, we're not ending on a higher note than that, so I feel like that's pretty good. Yeah, thanks, Lindsay. Yeah, the narrator is bossy. How does one normally jump in a mouse keyboard game? I thought it would be like spacebar or something, right? Maybe it wants you to press like every button. I pressed all the buttons. There it is. Okay. There's that one. We got that one too. Nice. Yeah, I think that was it. I think I pressed spacebar enough times. I wish they were popping up on your side, though. But yeah, we did just get that one, so cool. I don't know about the 8888 one, though. I'm pressing the number 8 a lot. Where's the... Okay. Well, I think that's pretty good. Oh, I need to use window capture. That's what it is. Got you. Instead of game capture. Got you. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Is that what most people use, is window capture? Or do most people use game capture? I never know which one is best. Never know which one is best to use. You do game capture? Yeah, that's what I thought would be best. I've used display capture before as well. I won't give you the Steam pop-ups. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I want to brag about my achievements, man. Not really. Yeah, that was good. Melums, thank you for the recommendation. For the redeem, I appreciate it. That was fun. Nice to play a redeemed game that can beat in a day as well. Okay. Yeah, I was invested too. That was good. There's so much stuff you can do in this. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I am going back to Friday the 13th though. I am going to play it this week. I did learn something though. Apparently the cabins in the woods, like, they don't have fireplaces, I guess, or they don't count towards the fireplace thing. It's only the ones that are along the paths, so I don't have to really do that. I'm sure there's other stuff in the cabins in the woods, but, you know, whatever. So I think next time I'm just going to try to light all the fireplaces along the path and see what happens. Try to figure out what is in this stupid cave. Apparently the cave is like the best thing ever. But yeah, I think we are going to call it right there. Let us get out of here. Thanks guys for hanging out. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, that is nice. That's very nice. Who shall we go see? Who, oh, who shall we go see? Obviously we got B12. You can hear her screaming some games. Yeah, you too, Ratio. Thanks for popping on. Glad you had a good day after a crazy work week for you. Yeah, we'll go see the real B12. Thanks guys for hanging out again. I appreciate it. Go say hi to B12. She is playing A Quiet Place. So yeah, go say hi. Thanks guys. I will be back on probably, I don't know about tomorrow, but for sure on Tuesday. So have a good one, everybody. See ya next time.